Welcome to Pet Biz People, where pet pros come to grow. Hi, Matt. How are you doing today?
I am good. Nice to see you, Jessica. Long time.
Yeah. It's been all of 2 hours, I think, today.
That's right.
Yeah, I know. It's been a long time. So, Matt, tell everybody what we're doing today, because usually people see me with Trisha, so this is going to be fun. It's going to be Matt and I for today. So tell everybody what we're up to.
Yeah, we're here to let people know about a new venture that we're doing, which is called Pet Biz People, which is a full stop consulting, coaching, and agency that is going to work with the pet industry from nonprofit to services to retail in both Canada and the United States.
Yep, I'm the United States side, and you are the Canadian side.
And look, we're not fighting. So there you go. Already a win. Already a win.
It's a win-win already.
Already a win.
Right? Yes, we've got a full service. You need it, we have it, kind of thing. You go through our doors, and there's no reason to leave. At all, which I think is going to be very exciting for everybody. It's something that I wish we would have found when you and I were doing everything that we had been doing in the industry.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and I think that was the genesis, I think, of how we sort of came about Pet Biz People, is those early discussions that me and you had just about how there was nothing for us at that time. And just seeing what was out there now and sort of creating something that we would have liked in every kind of stage of our building of our business, from when we first started and not knowing what we were doing and trying to figure it out, to hiring the first employees, to starting to scale up the business. And so that's basically how we started with the idea and worked from there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. We're working with beginners all the way up to those that are making 7 figures plus, which I think is great. So you and I both have been in the industry 25 plus years. Between the two of us, that's 50, you know what I mean? We don't want to admit that because, I'm not that old.
That's right.
I always tell everybody I'm a golden girl. I love it. You know what I mean? I'm embracing the second half of life.
There you go.
Yeah. So, and we are going to put out a weekly podcast where we're going to talk to people in the industry. We're going to talk to people that are working with us, that are real people that, are struggling. We're going to talk to our partners so that they can share tidbits with you. We're going to share life's journeys. I keep going to say we're going to share a lot, you know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why we're going to start the podcast. It's going to be called the Pet Biz People. We're just going to name it right after ourselves, So each week we're going to be out here chatting away, and we want to hear things that you guys want to talk about. So if you have something you want us to share, or if you see something that you want us to talk about, trust me, I can find it. Matt has learned I can find it. He gives me a challenge and I find it. I have lived in Chicago long enough now that I can say I've got a guy. Anyway,
that's right.
I got a guy.
That's right.
I got people. I think it's kind of funny, but yes. And I'm real excited over the fact that we're bringing on we brought on somebody that'll help us in the nonprofit sector too, because that's something.
Yeah.
That is definitely unique for the pet industry.
Yeah, I think, what was really a big part of our mandate that we wanted to do was, finding people who are going to be mentors or coaches or partners who we felt would be well suited to work with the people in the industry that we've dealt with. But also, I've had so many contacts and conversations with people who are in the nonprofit space and organizations who really don't feel like there's anything out there for them. They bring a lot of passion, a lot of heart to it, but having someone who could specifically work with them on all the business side of it to give them that kind of peace of mind. We're really excited to have her join us, and everyone will get to meet her soon, Natalie. And I think it's going to be a great piece that I don't think anyone's offering, and I'm really excited to have that part of Pet Biz.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it too. And I love Natalie, you know what I mean? And I think the other thing that we're offering, which is unique, because I don't think I've ever seen it. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I really have never seen it. Is Lisa? Lisa's, doing in-person employee training, which I can't speak that I've ever seen it anywhere around here. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean it isn't out there, but I haven't seen it. So I think that's another uniqueness that we have. And she's going to do it via Zoom also for those places that can't get her in person, which I think is going to be really fun and cool.
Yeah, and it's going to be connected to our, and I know we'll talk about this a bit, connected to, we have an HR department for both Canada and the
Yes.
US. And not only are we able to help you do hiring and interviews and all of that, but we're going to integrate Lisa and all of those services that she's going to bring to help you with staffing, to making sure that those hires actually have retention and integrate within the company of what you're trying to do. And I think that's going to be a really big piece. And once you meet Lisa, you'll understand why we're excited, because she brings a lot of energy and positivity to training, and she actually enjoys it. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, and we got different coaches we're working on with, and that's fun. So we got business coaches, we got accountant coaches, we have lawyers, we have empowerment coaches, mindset coaches, all that fun stuff. You know what I mean? So we pretty much have a coach for everything. You know, I mean,
Yeah, and I think it plays into that part that we sort of wanted to do, which is customize it for every business. And I know you've worked with a lot of owners before, and so have I. And every one of them is different. Every one of them has a different business. Their way of running the business and their personality and how they think and what they worry about and how they like to hire. And so by doing this, we have a sort of a unique assessment that we do with Pet Biz. We actually customize the coaching and the kind of program that they do, and we have all these amazing partners. It's almost like, we were talking about this the other day, it's almost like we have this company that works beside you, this whole team. It's not just one coach or a mentor. There's this whole team, and depending on what you need, if you need an accountant, you need a lawyer, and it's not that they are a separate entity. They actually work within the program that we create. So it's this very cohesive experience for the owner. And yeah, the AI, we just had a great meeting with a person we're bringing on for AI, which was very exciting.
yes, I want to take
Yeah,
his class too, just for the ones
that's
like that.
right.
I mean, I use AI. I know how to use it. I understand it. But when I was sitting there listening to him, I was like, oh, I want to listen to him. I mean, because you can learn anything from anybody. Because it's just like that one little prompt that you learn, and you're just like, well, that was a game changer. You
Yeah,
know,
that's right. That's right. That's right. It's like stealing a secret. Um,
grandma's
and
recipe.
I, that's right. And I think the thing that people are really going to like with what we're doing, which I think is really exciting, is we're not just going to be talking about growth. Obviously, there's going to be a lot about growth and clients and building up revenue within your business. But the big thing is we're going to give you the structure and the ability to, when you get that growth, to sustain it, to be able to have that work-life balance that everyone's looking for right now, and be able to make choices in your business. And I think that's the big thing, and I don't know if you feel the same way, Jessica, is as you grow your business, being able to make choices based on having the business built properly, knowing what your goals are. So when you get to those things, you're not like, oh my gosh, I'm on the hamster wheel. I just can't make any choices. I'm just running and running and running. We want to get you to a place where you can make choices, whether or not that's pulling out of being, on the operations side, if it's selling your business, if it is partnering with someone. What we're going to do is help you kind of get to that place where you can make choices, and it doesn't feel like sort of an endless cycle.
Right, right. You get to make the decision of like, hey, I want to sell this in 10 years. Well, we're going to set your business up so you can sell it. And it's not
That's
just
right.
a list of customers, because there's a difference. So
Yep.
yeah, that's very true. You know what I mean? We want to hear your goals, and we want to hear what you want to do. It's all about you and your business, which is a little different, because there's a lot of people out there that they have their businesses in the box and they give it to you. We're not going to try to give you a business in a box. We want to grow you and what you have and go from there.
Yeah, and I think we were talking about being old, which we very sheepishly admit. But both me and you and the other coaches who are a part of Pet Biz, and the partners that we have, are people who have been exactly where owners have been. We have made all the mistakes that you have made. We've been in those restless nights that you have made. We have scaled businesses to seven figures. We have open daycares. We have done retail. We have added partners. All of the things, and part of why we called it Pet Biz People is it really is about the people within the industry. We want to strengthen the industry. We want to make it to be a viable choice to grow your business within it with getting support. It's one of the only industries where it doesn't have, you can't go to school to,
Yeah, no,
to,
you
to
can't.
do a daycare. And so that's part of what we want to do. We want to, from the people who are just starting or thinking about getting in, giving them all of that kind of prep for it, making sure they know what they're getting into, what they need to do to be successful and launch their business. So many times I've met owners who just didn't get that advice, and then they're 2 years in and they're kind of behind the eight ball and they're not sure how to get out of it. But also giving you someone to talk to who's been there. Like I know, Jessica, I talk to you all the time about the cat business, which you have built out because I'm fascinated by it. Because as I say to everybody, there's more cats adopted in the last year than dogs, and so I think it's going to be the thing I'm most excited about is really talking to all the different owners and working with them, especially across the two different countries and different geographies and different clients, and just really helping people, reach their goals that they want to get to.
Yeah, and I think that we are going to be the winner chicken dinners when we help them,
That's
And the
right.
other
That's
good
right.
part is that we have everything we have everything. We're one stop. You know what I mean? We also have the CEO on demand, which, I think that program is going to be amazing. Just for the one fact that we've already signed up two people already for the CEO on demand. And I think that's going to be great just because people need that. They need that advice, you know what I mean? Because they've got their stuff together, they've got things going on, but they still need somebody that just has that. They haven't worked out that CEO muscle enough to be able to comfortably say, hey, my dog walker was walking a dog and it turned around and bit a kid. Now I'm freaking out. Is Law and Order gonna dun dun dun, gonna like ring out and come steal everything out of my house? You know what I mean? Like what
Yeah,
happens?
yeah.
You
Well,
know.
and it's a lot of sleepless. That idea for that program sort of came to me during COVID because a lot of owners who were in the industry were reaching out to me just because it was such a crazy time to try to figure out what to do with your business and not knowing what was going on. And
Right?
so it was like a real time being able to call me and reach out to me in real time. And so you're not sitting there for 3 nights not sleeping. You're not sitting there going, I have no idea what to do, so I'm going to put it under the pillow and hope it goes away. And so that's really part of the program that you get this sort of instant kind of troubleshooting and advice, dealing with the issues that all of us have dealt with on a daily basis. That's the crazy thing about this industry is even after doing it for 25 years, there's still things I hear people that go, I had never heard of that before. I never thought that would happen. And so that program, the people who have done it so far have really, it's a great program. And I think people are going to really like it. And of course we have, which I wish I had for many years and I didn't, is the VA program, our virtual admin and virtual assistant program, because as many owners know, it's a crazy business to do that part. And we have this amazing program that works to customize to your business. Jessica, I know that you're very passionate about that part of the business. And where were you 15 years ago? That would have been nice.
I was just running around walking dogs all over Chicago. That's where I was 15
That's
years ago.
that's right. That's right.
Trying to keep this for myself. So that's why I'm so passionate about it. Yeah, no, you know what I mean? We've got a couple of clients in that one and they really enjoy it. As you and I know, we've got a couple of them that are trying to make us their managers of their company.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
They like it so much, they're like, just take over. Make their lives easier. But yeah,
Yeah.
it takes off the pressure. We can do anything from booking to email management to client retention to, marketing, social media, which that's something that's like all the marketing stuff is put on the back burner because they can't keep up with the phone calls and the clients and the staff, you know what I mean? So we can help do all that fun stuff for you. And it's the little things that, keep your business going that, you gotta do, you know what I mean? And that's what we're here for. So that's fun.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
no, I think that's a great program, and I think that's you hit it on the head, which is by giving all of these options and all these different solutions, especially we're going to introduce over the next with our podcast some of our amazing partners and part of the agency that people are going to be introducing them, and you're going to be the people that have joined on are amazing. They're people who are worked within the industry a long time and have amazing track record of sort of helping people kind of either simplify a problem, help them grow their business in a way that's sustainable for them. And I think, the thing that I always take away from almost all owners is we all think we have to be good at everything. It's like we
Nope.
don't want to admit we can't do things or we should. And I think part of this program is that every single person you're going to be talking to, from a mentor to a sport person, has been doing those things, has that scary thing when you open a daycare and you spend all that money to get the daycare going and you have to do a lease and all of those things that are I went through it where I didn't have anybody. And I remember a feeling I had when we opened our first daycare, and you're like, I really hope people come. This would be really bad if they don't come.
I remember the
and
same feeling. Because I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I kept doing. Did you ever see the movie Field of Dreams?
Yeah, yeah, yes, yeah. If you
I
build
kept
it,
doing
yeah.
that in my head. They will come. They will
Yeah.
come. They will come.
Yeah, and because especially like dog walkers, they're out in they're not in a building like a daycare, and being out there, and how do you scale that business, and especially everyone goes through this. It's so hard when you're getting more contractors or employees and you're trying to grow that up, and what kind of leader do you want to be, and how do you hire properly? I mean, there's just so we all have some version of imposter syndrome that they talk about, where you're like sitting there and go, I'm the boss. Actually, this is actually true. These people are expecting me to have the answers,
Yeah.
and part of that we're really excited is the community, and I think that's what's going to be fun about this podcast. It's going to be fun about doing this is really, and that's getting back to what we said earlier about the nonprofit, is that part of the community as well, this full ecosystem of amazing owners and people who are just getting into the business now, of just meeting them, and I know you enjoy this, Jessica. We talk about it a lot, just helping people.
Yeah.
And the amazing thing where people feel like they're stuck and there's just no way to kind of solve the thing, and then you suddenly give them that solution, and it just opens up everything for them because they just felt that there was nowhere to go. And so, yeah, no, I can't wait for people to meet all of the partners, but also we all will be featuring on the podcast business owners, people out
Yes.
there, what they're struggling with, the things that they're dealing with, not only the success stories, the really the hard stuff of like mistakes and what people really struggled with, because I think that's an important part, that the story that's not always told. We like to tell the success stories, but also how hard it is. It's a very hard business, and it's hard to be good at it.
Yeah, I mean, some of the big and the scary ones. You know what I mean? The very big mistakes and the scary ones. I think those need to be heard, because it's you'll survive them. You definitely will survive them. You will be okay at the end. You know what I mean? And you just got to get through them, and it's the way you handle them when you go through them. I'd rather you ask us and get the advice from us, because we've been through them. We did the freak out for you. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
We've done it all for you. So why don't you just talk to us, and that way we can keep you level, and that way you're okay. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what we're here for. And that's what we want to be there for you and stuff like that. So, yeah, so we're here for you. and that's our job. And we're just entrepreneurs, just like you. We petpreneurs is what they call us. Petpreneurs for petpreneurs. You know what I mean? We've done it. You know what I mean? I still have pet sitting businesses in Chicago. You know, they're my cat only business, which you love. You know what I mean? And I'm actually rebranding. I didn't tell you that. I'm actually rebranding it. I got a new name. I'm completely rebranding the whole thing right now, just because I have nothing else going on in my life.
I was gonna say
Um,
you're braver soul than me. That's
yeah. Yep.
but it is that's a true though. But you're still that's the thing. You're still every day you make new decisions and you are constantly evolving your business. That's a part of it. I think right now in this land like the landscape has changed, from
Yeah.
people working in offices and, working from home more and the kind of new pet parents that are out there and the services that people want. A lot of things that we'll talk about is, the storytelling, the journey that you have for your clients, like who you are and what you are offering. And I think it's so hard in this landscape to kind of get that out there. And that's part of the great marketing and the branding people that we have working for us that will help you kind of define your
Yep.
business. And it's, I always say we know in ourselves what our business is, but sometimes we're not always great at explaining it to everybody else.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think, the other thing that I think we want to talk about is just and I think it's a big one, is just about giving people comfortable with numbers. And we've got some great people that are going to come in and help people kind of wrap their arms around. I know that I've gone through that before, where people just are scared to talk about their numbers and how to make them work, and like when to hire and when to invest in the business and when to bring on a manager and all of that stuff. And I think what we want to do is give people those tools so they're making informed decisions. It's one of
Mm-hmm.
the things I wish I had when I was going through, of like being able to really have someone who can kind of walk me through at the beginning, because it's scary. You're like, I don't know. I brought on 4 new walkers.
Yep.
I'm,
Do I have enough work for them? Do I not have enough
yeah,
work for them? Can I
yeah,
feed them? Can
yeah.
they feed themselves? And yeah, there's a lot that goes with it. And I agree with you. But we can help make those decisions with you, not for you. We're never, with you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We want to definitely help grow that muscle of being a CEO and
Mm-hmm.
be comfortable in those decisions and be comfortable in knowing how to find the information that you need to make those decisions. And I think what makes us unique probably in this space is we are built for you to come and grow with you. And
Yeah.
so this is not just we'll launch your business. We can help you get to each level, and we have coaches and partners and amazing mentors who have been exactly where you are on getting you to that scaling. If your dream is to sort of scale to that 7-figure, we have people who have done it. They know the sort of roadmap of what you have to do to structure that, and also talk you through. I think it's really important to talk you through what it's like when you're there. People
Yeah.
always think that it's going to be easy, but it's important to know that journey. Yeah, exactly,
You're
exactly.
going to be sitting back on Easy Street.
Yeah, yes. It's and I think that's important to have people who have done it to really take you through it and give you a real sense of what it is. And I think that just helps you be more prepared and less scared. And I think that's a big part of being an entrepreneur and a business owner, and the responsibility of making those decisions, which is, we all have had it when you have people working for you. The responsibility of wanting, keeping their jobs and making sure they have a great job to work at and a great place to do. It's a lot of responsibility, and obviously you're taking care of people's loved ones, and that's even a bigger responsibility. And so we want to help people run great businesses, create great products and services for their clients, and then have a sustainable business, so all their hard work, passion, and love for being in the industry is rewarded by having that business that really sustains, that can give you the lifestyle that you're looking for, whether it's work-life balance or the kind of services that you want to do. And I think that's, as I said, and we've said it before, wouldn't it be lovely to have that when we were coming through, where,
Right.
I remember when we had our first cell phone and we had our first number 25 years ago, and just staring at it. We'd done the posters and the flyers and the and all of that jazz, and just waiting for it to ring. There's got to be a client that's going to call. It's
Right?
going to be the first one, and yeah, and that's it's exciting. That's the fun part for me too, is being back with people when they're building their business and seeing that and the enthusiasm and the excitement for getting in the space and the reason why they're in the space.
Yep. Their wins are our wins. That's what I always tell my clients. Your win is my win, because the more you win, the more I win, because I'm helping you win.
Yep,
So
exactly.
that's a big deal. So yeah, and it's funny that you say that too, because I was sitting there thinking, my very first daycare, my first client that came into my daycare is still a client to this day.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Because when I closed down the daycare, she came over and went into my dog walking company, because she didn't stay with the new owners.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, well, you're a part of their lives in a way that's unique. That's what's really great about this industry, is that you were integrated in these families' lives. I mean, you were a part
yeah.
of. I remember being at a party when I was in my early days, and someone introduced me as someone very important in their dog's life. As that's how they introduced me to someone, and I think that's true, right? And I think that's what makes this space so interesting and fun and rewarding, is that there is a real you get a real experience every time you do the service, and the expectation. I mean, that's the other part of it. The expectation by the clients, as everyone knows who's owned a business, is very high, which it should be. And that's part of what we want to do, is by giving you these tools and these avenues to focus on the things that you really like to do.
Right.
And that's an important thing.
That's what I always tell any new VA agent, or somebody that wants to work with the VAs. I always tell them, tell me what you hate doing, because that's what I should be doing. Not,
Yes.
If you hate doing something, why are you doing it? Because you're going to do it half-ass. Sorry, half.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I try not to swear on these things, because Apple hates it when you swear.
That's true.
That. Yeah, Apple hates swearing, YouTube hates singing. I just know those two. That's just it. So, but yeah, so if you are looking for some help, or if you're looking for, let's just say you're looking for help in any facet, you know what I mean? Definitely come check us out. You know what I mean? You can book a call with us, and we can have a conversation. There's no pressure, there's no harm, there's no foul, there's no judgment. That's the bigger thing. I feel like do you guys have Planet Fitness over there in Canada?
Yep.
You do? Oh, wow. Okay, there you go. I have a Planet Fitness like right around the corner. There's no judgment like Planet Fitness, except for we're not going to have anything purple, because I can't stand the color purple. So
That's right. Well,
there's no judgment.
no, I think it's important to for everyone to think about, is even just having someone, even if you didn't end up working with us, and having someone to be able to talk to about your business, to at least be able to have someone who's been on the exact same place you have, to be able to, and I'll say this is true about this business, is we're not going to take you on and work with you if we don't think we can help you, if we don't think we can actually do what you want us to do. No, and because there's that's not why we're in it. We wouldn't have want that to be when we were in that position, and we wouldn't want to do that to you. And even in that first call, as Jessica knows, I like to talk when people are meeting with me about their business, because I like hearing about their business. So you're going to get free advice anyways in that call, even if I'm not supposed to do that. And so we're just really excited. The most excited. I'm excited to see the very new owners, the people who are just getting in the business for the first time, who've got all of that excitement for it, and really enthusiasm for being in the space. And then the other ones is just the people who are trying to get to that next level, not knowing who to talk to. It's hard to talk to people who are in the business with you right now, and just giving people some of those kind of like unlocking moments where they get excited. So yeah, we're excited to sort of start talking to everybody. We can't wait to start introducing you to the entire Pet Biz People world. You're going to see some
Mm-hmm.
really fun faces and some really great personalities. Some you may have known, some will be new to you. And yeah, we're just excited to get it going.
Absolutely. So, like I said, if you want to book a call, I'll put the links right here. It'll have our website, and then on the website you can get the link for us to book a call with us. So we're excited to meet up with you, and we will see you next week. Next week we'll have a guest, so that way we can talk to somebody. I think we'll work on getting Natalie on next week since we've been talking about her, so that way you guys can meet Natalie. So we'll do that, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you
Bye,
soon. Look forward to
guys.
chatting.
Yep. Bye, guys. Thanks for listening to Pet Biz People. If you love this episode, like, subscribe, share it with a friend, and add to your playlist. Find us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and anywhere you love to listen. Want to be featured or ask a question? Email us at connect@petbizpeople.ca. And if you're ready to work together, book a call at petbizpeople.ca. We'd love to find the best fit for you. See you next time.